Welcome everyone, and hello, we're back. A week later after WrestleMania 32 and Raw, NXT TakeOver Dallas, which was practically almost a 5-star show,
Better than WrestleMania.
and WrestleMania 32 could go suck a cock with a few other good things that happened there. But I'm done ranting. I did all the ranting I was going to do yesterday. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Random Wrestling Talk, episode number 17. And today, it ain't about me. It's not about Matthew. It's about John. John unloaded a comment on one of my videos as I was going ahead and demolishing fucking WrestleMania 32 because some of the dumb things that they did. Now that I have ranted and unloaded my feelings towards this show all day long yesterday for about a couple of hours, John, by all means, we can't do a couple of hours, but we sure as hell can do a couple, like 30 minutes to an hour on this show of you ranting and raving. So go for it.
Wow, where to start? Well, first off, let's talk about I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the main event with Roman Reigns. You have this fucking match come out last. It shouldn't have even been last in the damn first place, and he he just comes out. He does a Superman punch on the ground. It moves like I think it's like some ground or something moves out. It's just super cheesy. Just get the fuck out there and get to the ring. He's getting booed out of the building. Doesn't just smiling, look like a fucking piece of shit. Just like wow, how pathetic, man. You're getting your ass booed.
Yeah,
And Triple H comes out there, these weird fucking entrance. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Just hurry up and
Joe
get
Cronin said he wanted to fuck the shit out of Stephanie McMahon actually on his show.
yeah. Hey, John, about those entrances. Apparently, Triple H and Stephanie completely marathon Game of Thrones to get prepped for their entrance because they basically ripped that off. And as for Roman Reigns, they were booing the shit out of him so much they had to lower the volume so
Yeah.
people on on the network couldn't hear it.
Hey John, if you're not gonna be showing your face on camera, could you put the CM Punk picture up? Because all we got is a picture, I think, of your bed or the floor or something.
Oh shit. Sorry, that's my magazines there.
Oh, I thought that was a bed. Alright, so continue on, John, with this wonderful fucking piece of shit main
Yeah.
event that nobody cared
Yes,
about watching.
And I'm gonna
yes.
talk
Tell
a
us how
little
you truly
raw.
feel about it.
So then fucking yeah, they do the weird ass entrance or whatever. Who cares? Let's hurry up, get the fuck down to the ring. This show's been fucking 7 hours. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. Get this bullshit over with. He gets down the ring. They announce, Roman Reigns first, and everybody's booing. Announce Triple H. Everybody, he gets a pop or whatever. They have this very boring match. I mean, 27 minutes of bullshit. I couldn't care less. The whole time I was just waiting for it to be over so I can fucking go to bed. This fucking Mania was fucking long as fuck. He fucking. I bet the whole work of the match is basically you guys are gonna come out. Reigns is gonna spear you through the barricade. You're gonna spear Stephanie. Reigns gets the win. That's basically the only thing that's happened in this match, really. And you want to talk about
Well,
the main
hold
event?
on 1 second, John. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to voice my opinion. I have to admit, in comparison to Triple H's last main event on a WrestleMania card, this match was actually better than him and Randy Orton. Despite the build-up was shitty, but the match was actually better than fucking Triple H and Randy Orton. You did actually hear more crowd reaction. The only downside about this is
Well,
you
I
could
just hate Roman
see
Reigns.
in the background.
Time out. Time out.
There's all.
Wait, time
Hold
out.
on, Matt.
Crowd reaction? The only crowd reaction I saw was people getting out of their seats and walking away.
Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna say. That's the other downside about the match, though. There was people actually getting up out of their seats, whether they were going to concession stands, going to take a piss, or just flat out saying, fuck this shit, let's just leave, we know who's going to win, and that was the end of it. But it did have a crowd reaction, but then again, you're talking about in comparison to where WrestleMania 25 had about maybe 75,000. This one had about close to 100,000 people. That number they laid out was overinflated.
Yeah,
there was about 94.
Bullshit on that number.
Yeah. Well, anyway, John, go ahead.
Shit, where was I at?
You were talking about how the main event was just mostly the big highlight was Roman Reigns spearing Triple H through the barricade and Stephanie McMahon getting speared and Roman Reigns winning. That's where you left off.
Oh yeah, and then yeah, so Roman Reigns he wins, just who cares? Whoop-de-doo. And fucking they're getting booing out of the ring. You hear Michael Cole just saying, "Yeah, Roman Reigns is the champion! Yay!" The crowd's going crazy. The crowd's just booing, and they hurry up and try to play pyro. Me, Vince backstage, hurry up, play the pyro. It'll drown out the boos. He plays the pyro and everything. So that sucked. That was a bad ending. Ending was flat. So then on Raw the next night, you have start a show. You see fucking stupid ass Michael Cole, JBL, and Byron Saxton just saying, "Hey, it's a raucous crowd tonight. They're gonna boo the people that they normally would cheer. Okay, so if you hear some boos, don't think nothing of it. All right."
Yeah, that was JD from New York 206 actually mentions that in his Raw review last night. He says that, my God, you people are just playing to the casual wrestling crowd. What the hell's wrong with you fucks? And he unloaded. But he actually gave a lot of credit to Monday Night Raw's episode. He said that it was a solid show. It had build-up towards Payback. He even says that Payback may even be better than WrestleMania 32, for God's sake. Which is pretty pathetic and sad to say, because WrestleMania is the bigger show out of all of them, and yet Payback's got a better build going in so far already, and they had a great Fatal 4-Way match on Monday Night Raw. Now, getting off Monday Night Raw, because that was a good show, it was well worth the 3 hours. Too many boring spots on the show. We're here to hear you rant about your feelings, and Matthew, I will definitely get to you as well, because you didn't really get to say a whole lot what your feelings were about WrestleMania 32. So, John, continue on with WrestleMania 32 and tell us a little bit more. What made this the biggest piece of shit outside of WrestleMania 11?
And 27. Fuck. Oh. Well,
actually, 27 was better than this piece of shit. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because the Miz will never make us forget 27.
Let's talk about that fucking bullshit ladder match. Remember when
God. Yeah, go ahead.
When we did our random wrestling talk review on WrestleMania 31, I was already complaining about them using the same spots over and over again. Well, this time, guess what? They did the same spots over and over again. That fucking bullshit barricade apron ladder thing. That spot has gotten fucking old. Quit using it. No one gives a shit. We know it's not a fucking steel ladder. It's fucking wood. Okay? The spot where they take turns jumping on each other, when they jumping on each other, the spot where they put the ladder on the head and start hitting everybody with it. Whatever. I'm just hoping maybe Owens will win. Sami Zayn finally win the title or something. Fucking.
Here's something that's funny. You mentioned that Kevin Owens was the original guy that was supposed to win it, and they changed their minds at 5 o'clock p.m., 2 hours before the event was supposed to start. And they picked Zack Ryder to win.
Yeah, that's what I was going
to I'll get into that details when we get to it, but move on, John.
I'm sitting there watching it. Fucking Zack Ryder wins it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? This motherfucker hasn't been on TV in fucking 3 years, and he just magically appears on TV, and he's walking into WrestleMania and walks out with the title. I'm just like, what the hell? This is fucking stupid. And then,
Here's the thing.
and then next there's the
Yeah,
AJ Styles, Chris Jericho. I know some people thought this was a good match, but I couldn't really get into it just because I've seen it too many times. And then at the end, I was just waiting for Styles to get the win already. Fucking Jericho wins, So I was just like, I should have figured because Vince, Triple H don't like the TNA guys or the indie guys winning on WrestleMania.
No, it's not even that 50-50 booking, that bullshit.
Yeah,
They would have done that with anybody.
And they do the same thing with the League of Nations. They won at WrestleMania, New Day got their win back on Raw. It's just bullshit.
That's the truth. It is bullshit. It's all crap.
Now AJ's gonna get a shot at the world titles at Payback, so we all can be happy about that. Even though, yes, he's not going to win, and we all can bitch about that.
Yeah.
As the weeks go on.
Wouldn't it be fun? Wait, hold on. Wouldn't it be funny though if AJ Styles beat Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns stayed champion for only a month? That, my friends,
I've been doing a celebration.
And you know what would bring in the best part of it? Fucking Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, who were formerly with AJ Styles in New Japan with the Bullet Club, actually help him win, and they fuck over Roman Reigns. That would be a classic ending, great, fuck Roman Reigns, man. Roman Reigns should be a paper champion like Edge was. That's the way I look at Roman Reigns right now.
No. Yes, Edge was a paper champion in his first run, but he gradually got better and became a real champion. Roman Reigns can go suck a dick. Three champions already? Fuck that.
And, what was I going to say?
You were talking about AJ Styles and Jericho 50-50 booking. He got screwed because he's a TNA guy originally. You also was about to get it. You were talking about New Day and League of Nations, and that's pretty much where we left off.
Oh, I'm gonna rip this one anew.
Well, let John finish what he wants.
Oh yeah, go ahead, John. Go, John. Yeah.
You can go ahead. I forgot. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Go ahead.
Well, once you remember, we'll get back to you.
Okay. Since we're going on with the New Day versus the League of Ass Wipes, the fact that the New Day comes out, in their entrance, breaking out of a box of quote-unquote bootios. I still find that kind of funny and stupid at the same time, but
actually,
they come out dressed up like the Ginyu Force from Dragon Ball Z.
No, they look like the White Power Ranger to me.
No. They were They were definitely Ginyu Force from DBZ, and I was just dumbfounded and laughing and face palming myself all at the same time, because I'm just gonna throw this out here, but this is my personal opinion. Most wrestling fans are also anime fans, and vice versa. And I was just laughing myself at seeing that, and I was thinking to myself, all right, Michael Cole, shut the fuck up. You have no right to talk about DBZ, so just shut the hell up already.
He mentioned Dragon Ball Z. I didn't even hear him say that.
Yeah, that's what he said. They were all dressed up like, and I was like, shut up, Cole. What do you know about DBZ?
Oh, my God. All right, John, I allowed Matthew to say some stuff. Do you remember what you were going to say?
Oh, yeah, when you guys were talking about the AJ Styles and Roman Reigns match, and I was like, they're definitely going to boot him out of the building because the Payback pay-per-view is in Newark, New Jersey, and that's what, the hardcore fans are up there. They're going to fucking boot him out of the building.
Oh, yeah. They're going to boo him everywhere now. I really think that because there was such a majority of people booing him out of the building at WrestleMania 32, and he had the last moment on WrestleMania 32, I think there's going to be a lot of places now that he's going to be booed at. I think he's going to be booed at places in Florida. I believe he's going to be booed at definitely in Texas. Anywhere in Texas he'll be booed. Places like
Chicago.
No, fuck that, man. They're gonna boo him no matter what.
Look,
Detroit will boo him.
there's no place for Roman Reigns to hide where he's not going to get booed at him. Everyone hates his ass. He's public enemy #1.
Yeah,
Well,
he's the biggest heel in the company.
there are other places where they probably like him, like in Nebraska, Iowa, probably. The smaller little hick towns, or
Tennessee, because you know how dead that crowd is.
Green Bay, Wisconsin will probably like him. That's probably the only northern state. Idaho, if
They've actually
that area at all.
They've never done a show in Idaho before, actually.
Oh, really?
I never even knew that.
Wow,
They stay away from that. They haven't done a show in Idaho or Montana up there, or North Dakota and South Dakota. They've never done shows over there.
They haven't done a show, I don't think, in Portland, Oregon in a while.
Yeah. Last time I remember them being there was No Mercy 08.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. But let me think of some other places. North Dakota and South Dakota, I don't know if they go there very often at all.
They've never been there.
Wow, that's fucking...
Well, they don't go to Hawaii. We know that.
They ought to do a WrestleMania at Hawaii. That'd be interesting. I think that would be interesting. That'd be pretty cool.
They did do one in the UK.
Huh?
They should do one in the UK.
Yeah, that's been talked about a couple of times now over the last couple of months from what I've seen in articles. Trying to think here. But yeah, other places that he probably won't be booed at. Maine would definitely probably be another place, and they've gone there a couple of times. Virginia and West Virginia, I'm certain he won't have any boos. Just smaller places like that.
Yeah.
I hope Floridian fans are not stupid enough to say, "Ooh, Roman Reigns, let me suck his balls." God.
Oh, well, because we're from Pensacola? Yeah, right. I doubt anyone was actually going to
Well, I mean, like, if,
kiss his
for
ass.
instance, they're coming to our area and, for Monday Night Raw in the summer, if you don't remember, Matthew, seeing that promotion, I think it's June 27th.
Yeah.
You going?
And
it's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah, right. I ain't going. I ain't fucking going. Fuck that shit. But I hope that the Floridians and Amelia Arena doesn't go ahead and go, "Oh, Roman Reigns!" Like
I seriously doubt it, Bruce.
Like that dumb woman who was hovering over Roman Reigns at that one event with Triple H and him.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. I just wanted to puke seeing that.
Disgusting. That was just...
You know what would have been really funny if Roman Reigns would have slapped her in the face? Like, get off of me, bitch!
All right. But don't remember, Roman Reigns is all about the children. He won't attack some elderly old woman.
He cares about the bitches, too.
According to him, it's a kid's show anyway.
Yeah, well, he doesn't help the show in being an adult show, but he does walk around saying ass, bitch, things of that sort. So I don't know what his deal is, but his dialogue does not sound like for children. It sounds more like teenagers and adults to me, and he just wrestles for like a fucking retards.
Well, every kid nowadays is gonna say bitch and ass at some point, so he's just helping them out.
7, 8-year-olds are gonna walk around and say bitch, ass, and whatever? Get the hell out of here. If my kid was saying bitch, ass, and whatever kind of crap he says, I'd be slapping them in the face. The hell out of here.
How old were you when you uttered your first swear word?
I got my ass whooped for saying that.
Yeah, but how old were you?
I was 7.
There you go.
Yeah, that's because I heard I heard my parents cussing because they were having fights so often. So I said damn it all the time at school when I messed up. And I got in severe trouble for doing that. And I didn't do it because I was trying to be a jerk off or anything. I said damn it when I messed up with school. Not because I was just cussing at somebody.
That's
To be an
what.
asshole. So, whatever. Anyway, getting back to the rant of WrestleMania 32. John, we were off on the Booty-O show of New Day versus the League of Crap.
League of Jobbers.
Whatever the fuck they are.
I actually saw a different angle from one of the people I'm subscribed to who was there in the crowd. He was actually recording it. New Day wasn't even in the box. They pointed the camera angle. They came out and ran from the back when it fell over and went inside there. So they weren't even there. So, yeah, that match was...
Oh, well.
The League of Nations and New Day bullshit was nothing. Who cares a shit? Get that shit over with and get the fuck out. Should just do it on a pre-show.
Exactly.
Now, I know why they didn't fucking do it on a pre-show now. It's because they wanted to have the HBK and Foley and Austin come out there, which was a cool segment, seeing them come back and shit.
Yeah, but let me ask you this question. I threw this in my review, and I want you to answer this honestly. Don't you think that if you're trying to help build two factions like the New Day and League of Nations, which they should, quite honestly, if you're going to put them on the main card, you better be building them into something. And don't you think by having Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and Mick Foley beating the crap out of both of those factions, that hurts both of them in that matter, no matter who the hell won the match?
Yeah, it does. But I still enjoyed it though. Man,
let me ask you something.
New Day, because I fucking hate the League of Nations. Douchebags, whatever the fuck you want to call these.
But seriously, it looks like one moment they give the audience the impression that they're trying to build this team into a serious bad guy group, and then they turn them into a league of fucking bunch of idiots. I mean, like last night, they lose to New Day. Then they go ahead, they lose the match for the tag team titles, and their biggest thing is, oh, we now know why we suck. Our weak link is Wade Barrett. So let's beat the shit out of him, and then after they beat the shit out of him, they have the Wyatt family who got jobbed out to fucking Rock and John Cena, and they kick their ass, and once again, the fucking League of Nations look like a joke.
They are a fucking joke. They're a bunch of fucking faggots. All four.
Well, if they are a joke, then why bother having them on the show or having them as a faction? Just separate the fucking four of them and get it over with.
They're all in Nowheresville. Victor threw them together just to make them do something.
They ain't doing nothing but making themselves look like fucking retards on national television.
I think the only reason they can't...
Okay, let me ask you something, guys. If you had to choose between the watch on a regular weekly basis, the New Day, the League of Nations, the Wyatts, or Social Outcast, which would you pick?
Oh, God. What a fucking... John, I'll let you answer that one first.
Oh, well, actually, I was getting ready to say something, but I said the only reason they probably threw Barrett out is because he's leaving, and plus they wanted to be a 3-on-3 if the League of Nations faced the Wyatts.
Yeah, I understand that, but the thing is that you don't have the Wyatts come out after that and have them beat the shit out of them. You do that like on a SmackDown episode, or you do it on the next Monday Night Raw to build a matchup for them to actually face each other. John, you still there?
I think his connection went down.
Oh.
He'll probably pop back up.
All right.
But why he comes, why don't you answer my question? Which of those four quote unquote douchebag factions would you want to see on a weekly basis?
Obviously, out of the bunch, it's got to be the New Day. I mean, they got the Booty-O cereal gimmick. I love the fucking gimmick. Once they started doing that, I was hooked on them. I really have come behind the New Day, and I've really started to like their gimmick with the Booty-O cereal shit. So excuse me, but if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry, but I think the fucking gimmick is funny as shit. They really need to get rid of the unicorn crap though, with the dicks on their heads. That I can't deal with. But the Bootio cereal gimmick, I think is funny as shit. But yeah, John, you didn't really answer the question because we were talking about Barrett being knocked out and then having the Wyatt family come out. When you got disconnected, I was saying that they really should have just had the Wyatt
Phone
family.
call.
Well, the Wyatt family should have attacked them like on SmackDown or attacked them on the next Monday Night Raw episode, but not on this episode after they were trying to make themselves look serious, even though technically to us they really suck. But at least try to make the attempt that you're trying to make them look tough and serious. I don't know what the Wyatt family are. I don't know if they're a good group, good guy group, or a heel faction still. I don't know what the fuck they are, but moving on from that, if you is what Matthew said, of a faction that to keep on Monday Night Raw and the rest of them you would take off, who would you keep? New Day, Wyatt, League of Nations, or the Social Outcast?
Choose who I'd want to keep on Raw.
Yeah, who would you want to keep on Raw and the rest you would just get rid of?
Probably New Day. The rest, I don't really like. Well, New Day kind of like. The rest of them suck. I'd choose New Day.
Alright, there you go. So we're in agreement on that. Matthew, who would you pick since you didn't answer your own question?
I should answer my own question.
Because you're the one that introduced the question, so why not answer the question? You're part of the conversation, you dumbass.
Oh, am I? 'Cause I always thought this was the Bruce and John show.
Fuck you, man. I'm asking you a question. I'm including you in the conversation.
Yeah. Keep the New Day, because, yes, they're entertaining. They can play both the face and the heel good, while the other ones are just a bunch of douchebags.
Especially the social. I can't stomach the Social Outcast. They're like a wannabe group of New Day, annoying but not fucking funny at all. They're just a bunch of dumbasses.
You know what they remind me of? A lamer version of the Spirit Squad.
Really?
Yeah.
The Spirit Squad absolutely sucked.
Yeah, and Social Outcast sucks more.
The only thing worthy of the fucking Spirit Squad was when they got their ass kicked by Shawn Michaels and he eliminated each and every one of them at a WrestleMania 22.
Yes, and of course Dolph Ziggler, that's how you got to start up. But the point is, that's how bad the Social Outcasts are. They're worse than the Spirit Squad. So yeah, throw their ass out.
Hey.
Yeah, John.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'll be back on about 5 minutes. I'll make a quick phone call real quick. Sorry.
Oh, all right, no problem, man. All right,
Be
Matt.
back in about 5 minutes.
No problem, dude. Come back whenever.
So let me ask you this: what was the highlight of Monday Night Raw for you, Bruce?
Come back.
So what's the highlight of Raw for you? Are you gonna continue watching? Are you just gonna watch it and not do reviews? You're just gonna continue doing the same old stuff? You're just gonna say, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
No, I am watching Monday. I watched Monday Night Raw last night. I didn't do a review. I'm not doing any more reviews until I see a progression of improvement with this show. That's the truth.
Well, since I go on camera, give me your thoughts.
All right. I was allowing you the time to speak out about WrestleMania 32, but since you want me to talk about
no, okay, fine. Since I got the attention, I've been wanting to bring this up, and you know what? Fuck 32. That was a complete worthless bit of time. Yes, matches were great. The Diva / women's title match was exactly what I expected it to be. a
That
five-star
women's
match.
title match, let me just state this and I'll let you continue. That women's title match should have been the fucking main event.
Bruce.
Yeah?
I would have taken any match. I would have been happy even if the Hell in a Cell would have been the main event. Those two matches that we're both talking about would have been a perfect main event. Instead of Roman Reigns and Triple H again and again and again and again. Give me a fucking shit. Yes, it's predictable. It was worse predictable than goddamn Rock Cena 2, and that was a worthless pile of horse shit.
Actually, that match was actually better than the fucking Roman Reigns and Triple H match, even though it was predictable.
Yes. Okay, so now that we're admitting that WrestleMania can go suck a dick and we'll just completely fade out of our memories while TakeOver is worth watching again and again and again, as I mentioned on our comment on your review. Here's what I think about what they're doing with on Raw, especially when it comes in terms of Zack Ryder losing the Intercontinental title just like you had predicted. So, hooray for you. You know exactly what the booking's doing. Why don't you find a way to make them change it? Here's what they're doing. Apparently, they want to push Zack Ryder. I've heard they're doing this. That's why he won the IC title. You still there? Can you hear me? Yo.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Something happened here. But I didn't even get any word what you were saying. You were talking about I forgot where we left off when it got cut off. Repeat that again.
Okay, fine. I'll rewind it. Okay, back to what they're doing with Zack Ryder. Winning the IC title, dropping it the next night, just like you predicted. So, clap for you for knowing exactly what their booking is. Maybe they'll find a way to improve it. Who knows? I don't give a rat's ass. But according to rumors from mostly online sources, Zack Ryder's supposed to be getting a huge push. Problem is, you got Kevin Owens dealing with his Sami Zayn issues, so he's not going to get his title back anytime soon. And you need a decent guy for Zack Ryder to work with. So there's The Miz, cocky as ever, basically stealing the title thanks to his wife, yada yada. So there you go. There's your setup. And they'll go at it a backlash, yada yada. And possibly Zack Ryder will come on top, and this will be a good way to improve on Zack Ryder's abilities. Because just as John said, you don't see him much on TV unless you watched occasionally on NXT where he was basically tagging with Mojo Rawley in a couple of episodes. That's basically it. So if they
here's the
do a
bottom
good
line
job
about
building him up, if they do a good job building up, that's the way they want to do. But for him, if they continue doing the whole snuffing him to Miz, then that just means there was a flashing plan and whatever.
Well, me personally, I didn't care for this IC title championship bullshit. Truth of the matter is, Sami Zayn should have won, or fucking what's his name? Kevin Owens should have won. Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. Everything else, anyone else that would have won the belt was fucking bullshit. I was pissed off about that ending, number one. But yeah, now that John's back from the call and everything, and he's back on with us, John, continue where you left off. We were talking about the New Day and the League of Douchebags. If there's anything else you want to express feelings on, go right ahead. If not, move on to the next match.
Yeah, I'm sorry. First of all, I'm sorry about that. I'm dealing with some personal bullshit. I might get another call, and a little while. I might have to call them back again. But anyway,
Alright.
yeah, I'm done on talking about the fucking League of Idiots.
Alright.
What was Well, first off, I'm gonna say this: the Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, you could have just done a simple one-on-one wrestling match or one-on-one, ladder match or whatnot. You didn't need to throw in all these fucking jobbers, losers. Just throw them in a battle royal and call it a day. You could have just had a pure good wrestling match. Just kick off your show at WrestleMania, but nope. Just have a big clusterfuck of idiots doing lame old spots and a fucking idiot winning the damn title.
Yep, that's and I agree with that. And I even mentioned that to Matthew on text messages and everything else. It should have been a singles match, ladder match for the IC Championship. Now, after the title has been removed from their storyline build-up and rivalry, now it's just them in a rivalry match, which kind of sucks because their rivalry would have brought more prestige to the IC title even more than it already has, despite the fact now it's lost some of its prestige from being fucking given to Zack Ryder and then given to Miz the next night.
Fucking hate that.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So in that case, I mean that was pretty pathetic for them to do that. But yeah, go ahead.
I had one more thing I wanted to add on about the Chris Jericho and AJ Styles match. If you guys heard me say 1,000 times, but I thought that the match, how they should have built it up, and how I thought they didn't want TNA guy to win and all that. But if they're going to do the match the way they did, and all the times they did it, they should have added a stipulation to the match. Do something different. They've had a one-on-one match, regular 3 times now. Do a stipulation. You gotta have something to it. It's gonna get boring.
Yep, I agree. Number one, they should have made this match a submission match. That's what should have really happened. They both had submission holds, and that would have been the best thing. Since we're talking about that, I'd like Matthew's input on that. Do you think, Matt, they should have done like a submission match between those two with AJ and Chris Jericho?
No, the match itself was fine. I was a little salty by Jericho's desperate attempt at winning. At the end, I just, okay, well, that just happened, so I just gave myself a silent scream in my head and then moved on. And yes, Jericho won because he was part of WWE longer, and apparently Vince didn't like the idea that the guy who basically built that other company that he'll never acknowledge and no one will ever mention in WWE because they told AJ never talk about that particular company ever again. So, whatever.
How do you know that?
Because they basically stated that they'll never mention that particular company on their show or anything involving WWE's product. They mention that AJ won the IWGP title, but remember, they never said anything about the guy who basically built a company on his back, a guy who basically revolutionized an entire division on his back, a multi-time champion in that particular company, TNA, yada yada, and they just left it alone.
Well, I think that at least they mentioned the New Japan Wrestling, because, and in all honesty, I think they do that because they're in a good relationship with New Japan Wrestling, because they're actually getting a lot of talent from New Japan. I think
Ring of Honor you're here in there too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that either. That they're forming a relationship with them. But Ring of Honor is losing a lot of good names. Thankfully, they haven't lost Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe is actually one of their top world champions on their program, from what I remember, from the last time I watched it. But yeah, I didn't particularly Personally, I don't think it's even really a good idea to mention TNA, simply because of the fact, one, you're helping TNA build themselves back up by getting recognition through a big name company. Why the fuck would you want to do that?
Vince already
Plus, they're not even on the same level with WWE, so why bother
And
mentioning your
I
name to
mentioned
begin
this.
with?
right.
And I also mentioned this to you on BJ about Bruce on when AJ made a little appearance on the Edge and Christian show. They actually made a joke reference TNA.
What they
That fact
said.
they won't even mention the name. And he just laughed it off. AJ just laughed it off. And they actually
Well,
said if you put TNA, but it wasn't no TNA. They put a poster of Test and Albert saying TNA.
well, let me put it to you this way, Matthew. Why would AJ Styles, of all people, with all the hard work and back-breaking blood, sweat, and tears that he put into TNA, give them any kind of recognition whatsoever in his career to begin with? Because at the end of the day, they kicked him to the curb and told him, there's the door, and don't let the door hit me in the ass, because we can't afford you. You're too expensive.
Well, they should have
That's true.
thought. They should have thought about that before they brought in fucking Hulk Hogan, bitch ass, and Eric Bischoff and ruined everything. TNA was on a good roll from 2005, 2009. They're having some great, 5-star classic matches with Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Styles, Daniels, all those guys, Sting. But
Yep.
they just lost all their momentum bringing in those dickheads.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they wanted all the money.
Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan were just like, hey, that's a company that's doing something. How about we go ruin that one? Just like WCW. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, I got a good question for you guys. What would you guys think if later on this year, if they developed Bubba Ray Dudley into Bully Ray character from TNA and made him compete against Roman Reigns for the World Championship?
In a way, he still has that Bully Ray mentality, but if they, put him in the singles competitors, he'll be just as good. I would go for it.
I think it'd be interesting. Definitely would be interesting. And Bray Wyatt, Bubba Ray Dudley
Never.
has Bubba Ray Dudley has never had a main event match at a pay-per-view event, and that would be
Yes,
groundbreaking for his
No,
career.
not even pay-per-view. Not even main event spots. I think Bubba Ray's never had a singles career in WWE.
Yes, he did.
No, didn't they just pair him up with Spike, whatnot? Devon do the Reverend thing?
No, actually, Bubba Ray was by himself for a little while, for a few months. Then in September, they tag teamed together, but Bubba Ray still had some matches by himself. He had a world title match with Triple H. You can check it out. They even have that episode from 2002 Raw.
Okay, I just remember whenever I saw Devon doing his whole thing, Bubba was always paired up with Spike.
Actually, I don't think Bubba's never may have been in the pay-per-view in a singles match, but he did have that one match at the Great American Bash with The Undertaker, him and Devon.
Yeah, but that was for The Undertaker to finally be let free and be on his own at the Great American Bash. And that match shouldn't even been the fucking main event. It should have been the WWE World Title match with Eddie and JBL.
Yeah, that match was the only good match on the show.
So,
But that would have been what they did though. I thought it was like you got to end the show that way because it'd be kind of weird if the Undertaker just killed Paul Bearer and then you just go on with the show like it never happened. I thought that'd be weird though.
I would have been fine with it. Just like, okay, we just put Paul Bear in cement, get this motherfucker out of here, let's go on with the show. Next.
I wonder,
Eddie, JBL, let's get this show on the road and end this joke.
I wonder how they did that though.
I don't know. I've never figured that one out. That was very awkward. How they did it. But let's get back onto the fucking WrestleMania 32 rant. Damn, we went all over the place and we're
No. Let's just drop WrestleMania. Let's more hype up NXT. Let's do that. That seems more entertaining.
Dude, outside of NXT Dallas and a couple of NXT Takeover episodes that I've seen, I don't know diddly shit so much about NXT very much. I know they got great talent, and I like what they do, but I don't watch the damn stories, how they develop, or anything like that. So, John, continue on with this wonderful piece of shit. The next match actually was Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose, so I'm pretty sure you got a lot of negative comments on that one.
Alright, well, first of all, actually, no, I already talked about that, how it's stupid, how it's called No Holds Barred Street Fight. Second, they gave the match 13 minutes, I think, first of all. And then you have, like, these guys come out there and they're suplex, yeah, it's cool. But this match was kind of lame. They kept teasing, like, the weapons that are insane that he's not even gonna use. Like the chainsaw, he like winded it up, and of course he didn't use it. Barbed wire bat. When he got that out, I was like, yes, maybe he might actually use this.
Yeah, that's the disappointment part. He whips. It's like a cock tease. It's like some girl going ahead and saying, "Hey, I like you. I'm gonna get on you," and then she just doesn't do shit with you, and just cock blocks you basically. And that's what this barbed wire bat situation is like. Oh, we're gonna tease you that we're gonna use this barbed wire bat, but unfortunately, for all you hardcore wrestling fan doucheheads, we're gonna give you this, the middle finger, and tell you to go fuck yourself, and we're just gonna keep it PG for all of our kiddies out there. No offense to the kids, I understand where they're coming from. They want to make it suitable for children, but god dang, man, this is a street fight. He should have used that damn barbed wire bat.
How'd you put this match, Bruce? That was not a street fight, not a hardcore match. If you want to see a true street fight match, you have to go watch Backlash of 2004.
Yeah, Randy Orton and Mick Foley. That was a hardcore street fight match. Yeah. That match went all over the fucking arena. You had freaking thumbtacks, barbed wire bats, you name it, they did it. That was a hardcore match. That would have been better on WrestleMania 32 than this piece of shit Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. I'm not saying the match sucked. That's the last thing I would say. They both put on a decent performance. But one, it felt forced. Two, there was no hardcore in this match. It was just chairs and kendo sticks. What the fuck, man? You're promoting it as a hardcore street fight. No holds barred street fight. Go around the arena, the stadium, go backstage, something, anything. Nothing happened. It's just bullshit.
Flat ending with Lesnar F5 and Ambrose on the chairs. They should have, like you just said, they should have went around the arena and did something else. Quit. I feel like it was rushed. Fuck that Rock bullshit. That took 30 minutes. Put some extra time into this damn match.
Yeah, that's another thing. Now, the way they finished it was fine. He swings the bat, he misses, and he gets the F5 through the chairs. That would have been fine for the ending, but he still should have been able to use the baseball bat and connect at least a couple of times. And the same thing back for Brock Lesnar to get even and make it an even trade of with the baseball bat. But my God, man, they should have went around the stadium, something of any kind to make this look like a presentable hardcore street fight.
You know what we got? You know we had more violence. You know what? No, that segment. I'm sorry, that segment with Triple H and Roman Reigns. Yes, it was fake blood, but that had supposed more violence than this street fight.
As crazy as that sounds, I agree.
And that was fake blood over Reigns' face, so yeah.
You could tell it was. I even saw the video of Byron Saxton passing him the blood capsule.
It don't even matter. What does it matter? At least it looked violent, and it looked like a real, genuine, kind of thing that was going on, developing in the story. This match was just like you said, it was a forced, flat ending that just did not.
Not just flat. The build-up was weak as hell.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose come out there with a fucking wagon, putting weapons in it, and just ignoring Brock Lesnar. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Then he comes out at the event. He doesn't drag out the freaking wagon. If you would have had Raven do that, Raven would have came out that night afterwards. After a couple of days of doing that segment, he would have come out with the same exact fucking carriage and would have dragged that damn thing out with weapons.
You said Raven would do that? Or are you getting confused with Ambrose?
Yeah, what they were doing was a Raven type of copycat that Dean Ambrose was doing. Dean Ambrose was doing what Raven used to do back in the day in hardcore wrestling and shit like that. He'd bring out a carriage and drag out fucking garbage cans, kendo sticks, chairs, trash can lids. You name it, he brought it out. Stop signs, whatever. That's what should have happened with Dean Ambrose, since that's what they were doing on Raw for the last episode of Raw. And they didn't even do that. Which I actually didn't rant about at all. So now I'm getting this off my chest because it was fucking pathetic. But now I'm done.
Stupid.
Alright, so next match on John's hit list.
What?
I don't think John's done yet with the Brock and Dean Ambrose match.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar won't even on Raw the next night.
I think they were just selling how badly banged up Dean Ambrose was.
They were all banged up after that 10-minute match.
Well, no, Dean Ambrose really got his ass fucked up. I mean, it was one-sided mostly. And Brock, he's just a part-time scheduled wrestler, so that would have made sense. That would just give you the sign, okay, he had his match, he'll be back later on in the next couple of months or something.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
Speaking of getting beaten up, wasn't Jericho supposed to have a broken jaw, or was that just speculation?
I don't know. Jericho looked really fucked up in that match. His whole face was all fucked up. It looked like his jaw was broken, something. Even Joe Cronin said that. My dad, he watched the event with me, and he saw that, and he was like, Jericho looks like he broke his jaw. And my dad was actually an ex-boxer. He boxed for 4 years when he was a youngster, and he had his jaw broken, and he said, hey, I've seen broken jaws because I had one of my own, and my jaw was all weirded out looking and lumped up and shit. And he said that's what Jericho looks like. I don't know what the hell that was all about. I don't know how the hell he was talking if he has a broken jaw, but whatever.
So next match.
The women's championship match, I don't want to hear any negativity about that match, because if you have anything negative to say, I'm going to be disappointed. Do you have anything negative to say about the women's championship match?
I do have to say that this was the best women's match in WrestleMania history, but not the best women's match storyline-wise. And it had a really bad finish, I thought, with Ric Flair once again fucking getting involved again. And Charlotte winning too. They should have had a new champion by then. Charlotte's had her time already.
Yeah, well, I've been talking to Bruce about this, and I did not know they swapped Payback and Extreme Rules, so I didn't know they swapped the schedules. But I've been telling them they need to do Charlotte versus Sasha Banks in a cage match. Just to keep Ric Flair from interfering.
Well, here's the thing. They should do a one-on-one match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte for the women's title at Payback. Again, have Ric Flair interfere in this match. And then at Extreme Rules at the end of May, which is May 22nd is when they're having that event, 3 weeks later, they should have it inside of a steel cage match where they exclude Ric Flair. And here's the thing, I know what you're going to say. Oh, they've done shit like that where they hyped it up where the steel cage is supposed to prevent somebody from interfering in the match. Well, here's something unique. They actually do make the steel cage be the way of preventing an outside interference. Simple as that. Which gives credibility to the steel cage match that it actually keeps people outside the fucking ring from interfering in the ring.
The only problem is I don't think they're going to do that because it looks like they're building up Charlotte versus Natalya.
No, here's the thing on that. I would actually have Charlotte defend the women's championship against Natalya. She gets screwed over because of Ric Flair again, and it's all a build-up to Sasha Banks and Charlotte leading into Extreme Rules with the women's championship on the line in a steel cage match.
Okay.
With Ric Flair being kicked out of it.
Another thing I had to say was, why did they kept saying it was the first ever women's championship.
Okay, I've been thinking
for
that. I came up with an idea of what this thing is about. It's a new title, so it technically is considered like the women's title 2.0, you could say. So I think that's what they're going with. It's a new design, so they're just going to scrap everything is like, past history. This is the new era. So Charlotte is the first WWE Women's Champion of the new era.
Matthew, let me put it to you this way. I don't give a fuck what you name that damn belt. There is no such thing as first ever women's champion because the first women's champion goes back to the 1940s probably.
Yes, I understand that.
A bit later than that.
Apparently, but WWE wants to go with some sort of new generation, new era, blah, blah, blah.
That's like saying, that's like how they said Randy Orton's the first, undisputed champion. No, Chris Jericho was the first undisputed champion.
Exactly.
Charlotte's not the first women's champion. Like you said when you were doing that, 5 pay-per-views that were better than WrestleMania 32. I remember you saying that about Vengeance.
Yeah, I even said JD. He mentions this. He says you have Lita come out in the middle of before the match even starts, and you have her say, "We're gonna crown the first ever women's champion." And JD stops his review and he goes, "You know what's funny? That she's saying that. Did she get dementia like Vince McMahon? Did she forget that she was also a women's champion? How can she say that this is the first ever women's champion? This is fucking retarded. Apparently she must have forgot all the wars she had with Trish Stratus too."
That's why I'm saying it's like the new era of something. That's why they're just
new era. It's not.
No. I understand. It's stupid as fuck. I agree with you, but that's just WWE's mindset. They're too jacked up.
This ain't no new era. Look, Matthew. This ain't no new era. This is the same fucking women's division we're talking about here. Just a change in the name. Vince McMahon needs his head
I
removed.
understand that. I'm just saying this is why WWE is so fucked up. They're completely ignoring, their past history and just trying to start off with a clean slate. And we as fans are supposed to completely ignore that? Fuck no. Stop treating us like morons and just come up with a good storyline.
That's the thing. They don't want... You want to know the truth of the matter is I'm finally figuring this out. Then I'm going to let John go ahead and say some more to get through this card so we can finally just get on to something else. And we've been going almost an hour now. But... Fuck, what was I going to say? Yeah, now I figured out what I was going to say. Vince McMahon looks towards the casual crowd. They're easier to please. They take whatever the fuck Vince McMahon throws at them. They don't care about storylines. They don't even care about the matches. You could do the simplest, little, dumbest thing, and they're happy with it, going like a couple of idiots going, "Oh, this is awesome!" And he's trying to cut the wrestling fanatics out of his company. He don't want them
He's tuning
being
them
part
out.
of his audience anymore.
He calls them basically idiots. Like he says, whenever chanting random stuff on Raw, he says, "Oh, you guys are just a wild crowd. You guys are crazy. You guys don't know what you're saying."
And that's what that whole Raw episode was about. It was about trying to.
You mean when the audience starts chanting for CM Punk?
Well, look.
Thing, are you gonna?
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Thing is, you never heard of this stuff where fans just chant random stuff. You never heard of this till these last few years, just because the fans have been over the last few years been so unhappy with what they give them. They just started chanting stuff. Maybe they'll catch on to what the fans want. But Vince, he's a fucking idiot. He's not gonna listen.
Or he just doesn't care anymore, and he's tired of busting his ass. I don't think he really really takes this stuff seriously anymore. And the casual crowd are easier to please. They don't have to take it so seriously. They don't have to work as hard, and they don't have to care so much. I think that's where it's at with Vince McMahon. And I think
the hardcore crowds is where they're selling the most tickets.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, recently I've looked over their attendance records in the last few years, and my God, almost every single event is getting over 10,000 fans each every single time, easily, with no problem. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't understand why. There's a lot of events back 7, 8 years ago that were actually getting less fans in the audience than this fucking these pay-per-views that we're getting now. Now, granted, I'll actually say this: the pay-per-views are actually better than the Monday Night Raw episodes, and they're 3 hours long too, outside of the WrestleMania and now SummerSlam that's being pushed for 4 hours. Hopefully this year SummerSlam's only 3 hours. But yeah, these pay-per-views are actually somewhat better than the Monday Night Raw episodes, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
So, John, any last comments on the women's title match?
Oh, well, Bruce, yeah, it's probably the best women's match at WrestleMania, but you gotta say it wasn't the best storyline women's match.
No, I don't feel that it was. They didn't do a whole lot of emphasis, and that, again, as I mentioned, Vince McMahon's gotten lazy with his storylines. He doesn't produce enough emphasis on the stories to develop them into pay-per-view type quality matches. So yeah, I totally agree with you. If they would have put a little bit more emphasis on the women's championship match, this would have been a actual true WrestleMania main event match.
Yeah. And
basically,
did you think the finish was stupid with Ric Flair getting involved in shit and have Charlotte retain it?
If it develops into something where eventually Sasha Banks walks away as the new women's champion, yes, I do believe that it was a fucking waste and fucking dumb as hell to go through all that. But I think that if they go ahead and they go about this the right way by eventually making Sasha Banks win the title by the end of next month, they've done the right thing. I think it was kind of cool. Yeah, what?
I said, yeah, but most likely they're probably not.
Why wouldn't they? Sasha Banks is a very popular and
they're idiots. Why else not? Why didn't they have Dean Ambrose win the triple threat match? Because they're idiots. They don't care about what the fans think or want.
No, here's where they're real idiots. Why didn't Roman Reigns become a heel, win the World Championship at Survivor Series and be the heel, turn on Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns had the main event at WrestleMania with the world title on the line?
because he wants Roman Reigns to be the next John Cena.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
thought he
the
wa-
thing.
oh,
He likes Roman
well,
Reigns.
I thought Vince wanted Reigns to be the next Stone Cold. But basically, yes, it's a big fail regardless.
Well, the truth of the matter is, speaking of that, we're talking about Roman Reigns, and we're talking about how he should be a heel. Honestly, the way he was acting on Raw last night definitely shed some light as a heel character. Because what he was doing was, quite honestly, very interesting, a little out of character. He was a little egotistical, arrogant. He didn't care for his opponents. He acted like, fuck you, who cares? You're all beating the shit out of each other. I don't give a fuck. And he also, the only thing that he did was a fake tactic was he came out on Raw and said, whoever wants it, come and get it, and I'll kick your ass. His interaction with the crowd was pretty much flat at best. He really didn't give a fuck about him. His attitude was, hey, I'm not a bad guy, I'm not a good guy, I'm the guy. Again, reiterating, he was being arrogant and being a dumbass jerk to the crowd. So they might be building towards a slow, and slowly but progressive heel turn on Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but at this point, who gives a shit? The guy fucking sucks. I don't think a heel turn can save his ass. Who gives a shit about this guy? I just want to see this guy get fucking hurt, injured, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you.
Well, actually, if he goes
I
ahead and
agree with you,
becomes a
John.
heel,
Nothing can save Roman Reigns. No
well,
heel turn. No matter how they do it, we'll be able to save Roman Reigns because he's just too far gone the shithole.
hold on. You guys are saying, oh, the heel turn won't help him, nothing will help him, he's just fucking shit out of luck, that's all there is to it. I don't know, but I remember a year or two ago, the New Day were fucking flat dead nothing. They turned him heel, and then within a year's time, they finally got the crowd to love them to death. And now they have the crowd chanting New Day rocks along with them instead of saying New Day sucks. So I don't know. I think that there is
That's because it's the magic of the unicorns. You gotta just deal with it.
Yeah, but that's different. They're mid-carders. I don't think Vince will be very cautious about wanting to turn Reigns heel because he's not supposed to be the next John Cena because everything about him reminds me of John.
Like thing, you could make Roman Reigns a John Cena heel where he plays the Superman character but as a bad guy without cheating.
Oh, but time out. So basically, you want to turn Roman Reigns into the next Bizarro? Yeah, I don't know about that.
Here's what I'm trying to say. Let me explain. Roman Reigns hates on the crowd, just like the crowd hates on him. He wins his matches fairly. He basically becomes, this is a crazy comparison between two people, but Roman Reigns could have the characteristic of a Floyd Money Mayweather. Mayweather was a great boxer, undefeated. Nobody could beat him. Everybody hated him. And he didn't care for the crowd whatsoever. The only thing he cared about was that money, the championships, and beating everybody's ass that stood in front of him. And that's how they could make Roman Reigns.
Guys he could beat easily.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They need to make Roman Reigns like that. I liked what they had last night with him. He was saying, in a sense, without saying it, fuck you to the audience. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore if you like me, hate me, or whatever. And I don't give a shit about my opponents. I don't give a shit about nothing. The only thing I care about is this belt on my shoulder, and anyone wants it, come and get it. I'll kick your fucking ass. Kind of attitude. And I liked it. But
Yeah, I liked it because I was too busy just like, fuck this guy. I hate him so much. He's a fucking piece of shit. Go fucking die.
that's a bit much, man.
That's what
I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't really go that far, John. But point is, I'm never gonna like Roman Reigns, even if he does turn heel, because he's just a giant shitload
He's just
in the ring.
He's just like John Cena. He has very few moves. He's a fucking corny piece of shit. Can't wrestle.
No, I can at least stomach John Cena.
I like look. John Cena has improved in the ring, and if you say he hasn't, you're crazy and you're insane.
No, I'll agree with that. I like John Cena's wrestling ability. He can at least occasionally wrestle, or at least improve in his in-ring abilities. Roman Reigns, though, is completely stale as fuck.
He's the stalest fucking character I've ever seen on television outside of Lex Luger.
John Cena's moves just fucking piss me off. I mean, the fucking "you can't see me," it's just so stupid and corny. I mean, who's actually gonna, go for the punch and then like miss and do all the fucking, shoulder takedowns, and just so stupid. And it's fucking standing.
What about the springboard stunner?
Oh, that was just an embarrassment. That just made Austin Stunner just look like shit. I felt just awful after seeing that. That would just make me sick. And then you have this fucking move, the fucking standing fireman's carry doesn't even look effective. It looks weak. It's shit. And you have this stupid STFU whatever when he chokes him in there and shit. It just looks awful.
No,
he doesn't choke him.
I'll agree. That STF is pretty bad.
He always makes that stupid look like doing that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you. It is pretty fucking pathetic. He really needs to get rid of the STFU altogether. That is just a fucking horrible move on his part. William Regal ought to teach him how to do an STF properly. Because William Regal's the best one who has ever done that move or performed it. But quite honestly, if I was going to take Roman Reigns or John Cena, I'll take John Cena every time because John Cena shows heart. He shows passion what he does. Roman Reigns don't show that. He don't give a fuck. He's just there to make money. That's it.
And the
I don't care if you're laughing at me or whatever, John.
I'm not laughing. Well, I'm just pissed whenever I hear Roman Reigns. I hate that.
Yeah. I see you got Triple H in the background.
Yeah. I bought that 10 years ago and I still got it.
Wow. You know what you ought to do with that Miz calendar? You ought to put a big fucking X across him.
It's not. Trust me, I hate it just as much as you. It has a different superstar on every month. And you think that's
I understand that, but for that month, you ought to X him out. If you want.
Or better yet, John, why don't you just grab some darts and just throw it at him?
Hey,
run the eye.
I think that's bad. Last month I had to have a big picture of Cena on there. And that was.
I would take Cena over Miz. My God. Miz is worse than Roman Reigns and John Cena.
I don't even want to think what happens when you get Roman Reigns on there.
Speaking of Miz and John Cena, do you think which match is worse, Miz and John Cena or Roman Reigns and Triple H?
Okay, that's just wrong, guys.
Easy. That's easy. John Cena and Miz's match was fucking horrible.
Yeah, I mean, best highlight was Rock screwing over Cena.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was worth watching, and the only moment that Miz will ever get is being behind The Rock.
I think it was like maybe 10-minute match. It was just awful, very boring, and fucking ended on a count out. And I was just like, yeah. And then Rock comes out, restarts it. Just like, really, this is the main event of WrestleMania, and you're doing it like this. And it's a guy who wasn't even in the match or involved, or wasn't supposed to be in the match. It was in there soaking up the glory at the end of the show. The last thing you see was The Rock. Not the two guys who were in the main event of WrestleMania. At the end of the show, you saw The Rock.
Yeah, and that's what they did with Rock this year. I can't help myself, but I have to
I,
rant about this
I agree
again.
with what you said about The Rock. He's getting boring as fuck. The same old shit. Oh, we're making history, making history. And cuts a 20-minute promo of just random bullshit. Just like, get your ass in the ring and wrestle. If not,
Yeah,
go
He,
film
he
your fucking.
did. He wrestled for 6 seconds, and you have to appreciate that. That's how much he cares about the people.
That was
Six
just a
seconds of
giant.
his time while wasting 30 minutes of our time.
wait a second.
That whole thing was just a giant.
Matt, please tell me you were just joking around when you said that.
That 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 whole thing was just a giant, middle finger. Fuck you.
Yeah,
We
that's
thought we
all
were
it was.
first. I thought I was gonna get Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, his fucking ass. Chicken shits out again. Sends in his fucking piece of shit partner Eric Rowan. They stare at each other for fucking 5 minutes and then fix them up rock bottom 1, 2, 3. You know, just awful. The Wyatt family, and every time you think the Wyatt family is getting some momentum, they just get fucking buried.
And you know the truth? Fuck them. I really don't care
All
about the
thanks to
Wyatt
Rock and Big Match John.
Do 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 do.
No, seriously, I have to complain about this moment of WrestleMania 32 because it was actually where it killed me to watch the rest of this fucking event.
After the Hell in a Cell match, I just wanted it to be over. I wanted to go to bed. I just wanted it to be over.
Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. Exactly, Matthew. Fall asleep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no,
Because
I was not paying attention. I was so hyped after Hell in a Cell, I did not want to watch. I mean, I had it on, but it's not like I cared about anything. I just left it on, and then I just went on my iPad and watched Steins Gate.
truth of the matter is, this is how it should have went. The Battle Royal should have happened immediately after the Battle Royal promo for the match for the main event, and the world title match should have just went straight on. Fuck Rock. He should have been cut out completely, and this event should have just ended at 11 o'clock.
I'm gonna fucking go to bed.
Oh, but no, you had to go 5 hours. Blah, blah, blah.
In the same time in Florida as it does over here in Louisville. It ends. Usually it ends at like 11 over here. I don't know what time it ends over there.
Yeah, it ends at 11 o'clock here.
Yeah. All right, we're in
the same time, Eastern Standard Time. So.
Yeah. It was just so weird when Rock came out. He comes out there, he has like a fucking flamethrower. I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? He just lights up the word Rock, and it's just like, get the fuck out of here.
You know what bugged me the most? It wasn't even just The Rock. It was that fucking crowd. That crowd, it was like acting like their brain cells were removed. I swear to God, they're going, "Oh God, Rock! Oh, you're so amazing!" Like he's doing something he's never done before. Finally, The Rock has come back to WWE. Dallas, Texas, WrestleMania 32. Get the hell out of here, man. It's like watching a fucking rerun. I mean, get the fuck out of here, even though it's not supposed to be. I mean, go ahead and do something different. Like, Matt, while you're showing off your balls. Hey, where'd you go? Disappeared. Alright, I'll get back to him when he gets back, because we haven't included him in the conversation. I kind of feel bad here. Yeah, he like just reiterate all the same blabbering bullshit that comes out of his mouth every time he ever comes in the ring. And the one thing that they could have done that would have been right, worth all this promo bullshit, is Bray Wyatt gets in the ring and has a 5-10 minute match with The Rock. Instead of wasting 30 minutes of the time talking, they could have taken 10 minutes out of that 30 minutes and actually wrestled.
I know. I mean, is he really gonna get that hurt? I mean, you think Bray Wyatt is actually gonna hurt you in 5-10 minutes? I mean, just get in the ring and fucking wrestle his ass. Shit. Who gives a shit about a fucking gay-ass Baywatch movie? Fuck Baywatch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, and I'll say it again, I'll keep on saying, Yo, Matthew, what the hell's going on with you, man? The whole screen on his end is blacked out.
I don't
No,
know. Did he put a cover over it or what?
I don't know what the fuck's going on with him.
Maybe he's pissed about The Rock.
I don't know. Maybe he's just pissed off at me because I'm not. He hasn't been able to say much in this episode. I have to admit that. And you and me have been taking over the show. I guess he's saying to himself, "What the fuck am I even bothering being on here right now?" Anyway, whenever he decides to get back, where he's just playing a game.
I think I just heard him say something. What did he say?
Huh?
Say that again, Matt. Matt. V1.
I guess Matthews decided to black out. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, my Tyler Black.
I have no idea.
Tyler Black finisher, the blackout.
Matthew, what the hell's going on, man?
You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what's going on. He didn't say anything, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Anyway, yeah, pretty much they should have just had Rock and Bray Wyatt have a 10-minute match or something. 5 minutes at the least. And that's pretty much it. The rest of the show is pretty okay, I guess. But a lot of it, there was a lot of bullshit. Hey, Matthew, what's up, man?
He's gone.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What the
fuck? Don't mind me. I just have to take care of one thing while you guys are talking about. By all means, proceed.
All right, Adam Sandler. No, seriously, what did you have to say, Matthew? Because I was telling John, me and him have been pretty much taking over the show. We haven't even really included you in this. So go ahead and say.
This is why I jump in and interrupt you bitches, because I need to get a word in edgewise.
I let you talk too. Shut the fuck up, man. Just talk.
All right, fine. What do you want? Okay, fine. Here's my opinion. The Rock, making history. What a waste of time. John Cena, supposedly not going to show up. Does. Buries the Wyatt family at WrestleMania. Again. What a waste of time. Roman Reigns versus Triple H for the WWE World Title. Fuck no. I don't want to see that. Waste of time. In the whole show, after Shane McMahon basically jumps off the cell and kills himself.
Yeah, that's how the whole show should have ended.
That's how it should have ended.
You know what would have been a really cool ending?
Oh, another thing. Where the fuck was Vince in this entire thing? Doesn't even come out.
Added a whole lot of more emotion to the match if you had Vince come out or something. Some kind of appearance come out.
That's what Matthew's saying. I mean,
like the whole roster come out because maybe they're sick and tired of Vince McMahon ruling Raw and shit and the Authority. Maybe they have them help win or something. I don't know.
I mean, yes, I expected maybe Vince to come out and get out to the whole Mr. McMahon character and just tell Shane all right, stop. Don't do this. Don't do this. You don't have to take it this far.
Yeah, and Matthew, I'll tell you the truth. He even mentions that on Raw the next night. He says, I was, enjoying every moment of Undertaker beating your ass, but when you climbed up that cell, it was like I was just begging you. I was begging within myself, wishing that you would just get off the cell and not jump off of it. And that's weird, because what should have happened is, when he was about to start climbing up that cell, that is when the cue of Vince McMahon should have came out, ran out there, and said, Shane, get the fuck down from there. You're a fucking maniac. This ain't worth just trying to get Monday Night Raw and killing yourself. Whatever. And just get the fuck down, you crazy lunatic. You're my son, for God's sakes. I may not like you, but damn it, you're my son. Now get the fuck down from there. And
think of the children. Will somebody please think of the children?
No, but here's the
brought
thing.
He brought his
Here's the
son
thing.
down there to sit and
Here's
watch
the
his
thing that
dad
would have
jump
been
up.
good. Here's the thing that would have been good. Shane McMahon looked down at Vince McMahon and gives him the middle fingers, and then fucking leaps off that bitch and still ends up with the same result.
Here's what
Fucking
they should have done. Vince should have told him, no, don't do this. And then he shoves Undertaker off there, gets on top, and then says, don't do this, and he gives him the finger and jumps and lands right on Vince on the table.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Undertaker should have jumped off and did a shooting star press onto Shane McMahon through the announce table.
No, because if I remember right, Rock was broke his neck trying to do a stunt, and that was from the top of the turnbuckle.
Mhm.
So, Taker doing that off the cell? No.
That would have been funny. Undertaker doing an elbow drop off the top of the cell.
He's fucking died doing that shit.
No, if he would have laid there and allowed Shane to hit that elbow drop on him, he would have died there too. I swear, if he would have hit that elbow drop on Undertaker, Undertaker would have been dead.
Oh, no, it'd be funny if Shane got on top of it and then screamed, "This one's for Foley," and actually did hit Undertaker on the.
That would have been stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid funny. But, you know.
Yeah, it would have been stupid funny. Anyway, any more complaints? I think we guys pretty much covered everything.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So what else you want to talk about?
One thing I want to say is, so yet again we get another link. Well, I got two things to talk about. Yet again, Triple H in the main event of WrestleMania turns out to be a blow. His match, WrestleMania 25, Randy Orton blew. His match with Chris Jericho blew. The Fatal 4-Way blew. Every time he's in the main event, it seems like his match.
No, actually, a Fatal 4-Way that was his best match ever. He had a lot of reaction in that one. People were very invested in it, and it was, truth of the matter is, the only good match on the card outside of the ladder match.
And the triple.
I got 16.
Yeah, and the triple threat match for the European and Intercontinental title. But outside of those three matches, that was the enchilada of the pay-per-view, and I mean they did a good job with that one outside of fucking over The Rock in the ending.
The ending was stupid with the Triple H winning stuff, and it's big clusterfuck. He threw in fucking Big Show piece of shit in there. He threw in Mick Foley, who's supposed to retire at No Way Out. You know, it was just a big. Should have just been Triple H Rock 1-on-1. Call it a day.
Yeah, that's the truth. But here's something that I want to throw at you. If you watch the tape on The Rock and Big Show at Royal Rumble 2000, Rock's feet hit the ground first.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's no lie. It's not like Big Show was just thrown in there because he was thrown in there. The Rock made a mistake and botched the fucking ending of Royal Rumble when he was supposed to win. And they just gave it to him anyway because they were just saying, oh, there's no inconclusive proof that his feet actually...
Okay, fine, that's fine, but he could have just done the triple threat match. There was no point in adding Foley.
Well, Foley never had his moment at WrestleMania, so fuck it. Who cares about logical reasoning and rules? And the truth of the matter is, in that case...
Who cares about logic, right?
In that case, for Mick Foley, I am fully for it.
And
He may not have got his moment at 16, but he sure got it against Edge.
And the Evolution Rock and Sock Connection match was good.
Yeah, that's the one match on 20 that Bruce always hated. That and, of course,
Mick Foley
Rock
did
and
not
Goldberg.
like... I actually heard that Mick Foley did not like the ending of that match. He hated that match. That's why he had a match with Randy Orton at Backlash.
I think he hated it because he couldn't get into it that much because I think he said he hurt. I can't remember. I remember if you have the WrestleMania 20 DVD, it's one of the special features on there. I forgot what he said. I think he said he hurt something and he couldn't really move a lot throughout the match or something.
No, it wasn't that. He just didn't like how he performed. If you watch his documentary, that's where I got my information from. He said that he did not like his match at WrestleMania 20. He thought it was horrible. It looked like he was a has-been, he said. And he just did not like how he looked at the end. It just was not. He said it wasn't the loss that was bad. It was just how he looked and presented himself in that match. He said he felt like he was pathetic in that match. So he just was like he wanted to have a one-on-one match with Randy Orton, regardless if he won or not. Which he was gonna lose. He wasn't gonna win the IC title.
Yeah, it felt like he was begging The Rock for help, and Foley didn't need his help.
Yes, he did.
Well, in actual honesty, Randy Orton and Mick Foley should have been at WrestleMania 20. There shouldn't have been no tag team match.
Well, it made sense for the storyline because, Mick Foley needed help. I mean, the three guys, they're beating his ass every single week on Raw.
Could you repeat that again?
I said,
He was talking about how Evolution beat up Foley every week.
yeah, they're beating his ass every week, and he needed a guy to come in and help him, and he got The Rock. So that's why they had to do the tag match to beat the fuck out of. He needed help beating the fuck out of Evolution. That's what he got.
Yeah. I hear. Whatever. Don't matter. It's past history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Still one of my favorite WrestleManias, though.
Old wrestling sucks. Who cares? New wrestling.
Well, you heard me yesterday. I was fucking taking bunches of old school pay-per-views and saying, "Oh, these non-WrestleMania pay-per-views are better than this piece of shit WrestleMania 32."
Oh yeah, I watched that. Yeah, I watched that today. I had to skip through most of it though, especially part 2.
Why?
I actually watched the whole thing.
Oh, I'm surprised you could actually stomach through all that.
Hey.
Are you fucking serious, Matthew?
Yeah, because honestly, here's my honest opinion, and I know this is your style of videos. I'm not going to complain about it, but if you're going to do a comparison, then just fine. Do a top 5, top 10, reasons why this pay-per-view was better than WrestleMania 32. Just mention why. Don't go down and do an entire review of every fucking pay-per-view.
I had to do that.
It felt
Wait,
like long after
let me explain.
Let
me explain something to you, Matthew. I had to go ahead and do that because I was comparing some of the matches, such as, I'll take a prime example. Randy Orton and Mick Foley's match was a comparison to the IC Championship ladder match and the hardcore no-holds-barred street fight. That's what that was a comparison of. The Triple Threat World Heavyweight title match. That was a main event fucking World Championship match worth watching.
Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing: you could have just pick one pay-per-view, pick a match to compare it to the card at WrestleMania, and just go on. You didn't have to go down and name every single match on one pay-per-view, and then move on to the next pay-per-view, name every single match. Blah blah. It made me lose interest. It felt like one boring long review of several pay-per-views you just picked at random.
Matthew, let me put it to you this way. When I iterated this to you and anyone else who watches that video, it's simple. It is meant to be taking ranting to a whole nother level. That was the point of the video.
Bore us with a rant. We want to be entertained by your rants. Don't turn into a review.
I don't know, but I think those two portions of that video, both of those videos, rant number 2, the part 2 of part 1, I guess apparently people were not too inclined to watch since it was only 8 minutes and 22 seconds since I had a phone call.
You covered an entire pay-per-view your first pay-per-view on your list in that 8 minutes. It felt like one long review complaining about this is why this pay-per-view was better than WrestleMania because this match happened, this match happened, this match happened, this match happened. Okay, move on. Okay, gotta take a break because I gotta take a phone call. All right, now let's move on to the next pay-per-view on the list. This match happened.
You didn't like the
This
video.
match happened, and so on and so forth.
Whatever you say, Matthew.
I'm
I
just
did
saying,
what I did.
Things it down a bit. But then again,
Well-
that's your style, and and that's how you roll.
Well, here's the deal, Matthew. It's in double digits in views, so whatever.
You want to talk about how Lesnar Brock Lesnar once again had a pretty bad match at WrestleMania. He had that match with Goldberg. 29, he had the bad match. Triple H, 30, he had the bad match with Taker. Now he had another one.
It's whatever. The match with Triple H was pretty good. I didn't have a problem with it. Was it slow? Yeah. But I enjoyed watching it. The other match with him and Undertaker absolutely sucked. I did not enjoy that match.
Let me ask you, what was the best Brock Lesnar match you guys seen at WrestleMania?
Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar 19.
Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, damn straight.
That's the best fucking match of all time.
Or the SmackDown Iron Man match was probably the best one they had.
Well, he was talking about WrestleMania.
No, they meant the best match Brock Lesnar's ever had. Ever.
Oh, no. Weren't you referring to WrestleMania, Matthew, as best match ever?
Yes, WrestleMania. WrestleMania opponents.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Yeah, Kurt Angle, no doubt about it. They both worked very well together, and they had a lot of great chemistry with each other. And after that event, they went on to have some good series of matches later on that year. So there you go.
It's SummerSlam match. Match. I think they had the match in Japan, whatever. 2006.
Yeah, they fought each other in New Japan, where Brock Lesnar lost the IWGP to Kurt Angle, which was pretty damn good. Alright, so, anything else you two want to talk about? Because I can't think of a fucking thing, and I got an extremely bad fucking headache.
No, nothing really. You pretty much covered everything. In fact, this entire video should be called Random Wrestling Talk number, what are we at, 17?
Yeah, episode 17.
John,
John's Random WrestleMania 32.
No, Group WrestleMania 32 Mega Rant.
I don't know. I mean, I felt more like this was John's video. I think it was John's video. I kind of just went along with the flow, and Matt, you just kind of sat there and enjoyed listening to us talk. It was like you were just kind of the fucking audience watching the show.
Well, I wanted John to voice his opinion because you and me have already talked about opinions, separately. But John gets a chance to, take over.
Yeah, John texts me. I won't forget it. The match ends, and he goes, "This was a big piece of shit. I ain't fucking watching this crap anymore." I laughed my ass off. And lo and behold, you said it was a piece of shit, and then you watched Monday Night Raw. Because you were definitely nailing a lot of the things that were going on in that event.
Granted, I didn't even watch it. Obviously, I didn't watch it live. I skipped a lot of the bullshit here and there. I haven't watched Raw live in about a year.
Oh, so you've been watching it like watched it online and
I used to DVR it until I got rid of my cable because it's fucking insane, like $200 a month.
Oh my god!
Watch it. So I just watch it online now, and I just skip through some stuff I don't like here or there.
You could watch it. You could stream it live online too.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was watching it online.
Oh, so you were watching it live. You just was watching it through a stream.
Mine. I wasn't watching it live. Like they uploaded parts after like every 15 minutes or so. They upload a part. You watch it, wait for the next part, and then when they upload it.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, well, anyway, guys, I'm definitely out of stuff to talk about. I've been
Wait.
fucking. Yeah.
So I'd have to say this would be the second worst WrestleMania behind 11. It'd be like
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
it'd be
sir.
11, 32, 29, and 27, and WrestleMania 9 would be the worst. 5 worst.
No, I put WrestleMania 9 right behind 32. WrestleMania 9 is
where'd you guys put
absolutely.
one? Where would you guys
WrestleMania.
put the first WrestleMania?
WrestleMania 1 wouldn't be a shitty pay-per-view. Shitty WrestleMania.
Maybe
I
for
mean,
if you watch it now, maybe, but in that time and era, that was like the best thing ever.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's true.
Well, anyway, guys, I'm kind of pooped out from talking about this shit. I don't know about you guys, but I spent the last 2 days talking about WrestleMania and shit and bashing the crap out of it. I've just done about enough. I ain't really got much else to talk about. Monday Night Raw was a good show. I enjoyed watching the 3 hours. I don't have too many complaints about it. They could keep putting on shows like that. I might start doing Raw reviews again. If they go back to being the old shit, I'm not going to waste 3 hours of my time watching that crap at all, and just continue to do what I've been doing with the retro reviews, which I'm glad, John, you enjoy watching, by the way. I hope, Matt, you enjoy watching it, and anyone else who does watch those reviews, I hope you
Oh
enjoy
yeah, maybe
watching
I'll check
them as
that out
well.
tomorrow.
Well, I got WCW Nitro, August, I believe it's 19th, coming out. So I will be doing that later on tomorrow night. So definitely catch that if you get the time to do that. But anyway, at this time, guys, leave your comments and opinions down below. Let us know what you guys thought about WrestleMania 32. Pretty certain it was a piece of shit to you as well. But anyway, hit the smack it down on the subscribe button and hit that like button if you liked the video. And thank you very much for watching, guys.